Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Lucy and today we are going to be creating the Daycare Owner and her brother. I will just give you a heads up, they do contain a lot of CC, however if you would like to download them, then I do upload everything onto the gallery and I will leave my gallery ID down in the description below. I hope you enjoy and let's get into it. So I'm just going to give you a little bit more information and a backstory on the Sims I am creating today. So first of all, I'm creating Marissa Monroe. Her aspiration is quality of life and her traits are nurturing, optimistic and motivating. We will then be moving on to Tyler Monroe and his aspiration is to be a friend of the world and his traits are pessimistic, materialistic and practical. Now I'm just going to give you an insight into their past. So Marissa and Tyler Monroe grew up in and out of the foster system after being removed from their mother's care when Marissa was about 9 and Tyler was 6. Their mother was loving but addicted and she would disappear for days at a time, leaving them to fend for themselves. This is then when the state eventually stepped in. By the time Marissa aged out of the system, she had learnt two things: how to survive and how to take care of others. She worked nights at a local bar, saving every simoleon, and eventually opened Tiny Treasures Daycare, a small, homey space filled with colour, books and laughter. For Marissa, caring for children wasn't just a job, it was just her way of rewriting her own story. Tyler, on the other hand, drifted after aging out, without stability or direction. He fell in with the wrong people, stealing cars, hustling small jobs and chasing fast money. He had a natural gift for working with wood, fixing things and building, but he never had the patience or support to turn it into something real. At 19, he was arrested during a break-in gone wrong and served 3 years in prison. When Tyler got out, he went straight to Marissa. She didn't recognise him at first, older, thinner and a little rougher around the edges, but the look in his eyes was the same, hopeful and scared all at once. Marissa gave him a place to stay, though not without hesitation. The daycare meant everything to her and she didn't want to ruin her reputation if anyone found out about his record, but Tyler insisted he wanted to change. He started fixing things around the daycare, broken toys, loose steps and falling fences. The work made his mind quiet. For the first time he talked about his dream to become a carpenter, to build homes that lasted, something safe and strong, the kind of thing him and Marissa never had growing up. Their bond is steady but fragile, and Marissa wants to believe in him, but fear lingers. The fear that he will fall back into old habits and that people will judge her for standing by him. Tyler wrestles with guilt and the weight of proving himself. Every day at Tiny Treasures, as Tyler repairs what's broken and Marissa teaches children what love looks like, the two of them are quietly building something they never got from the world, a home that finally feels real. Together, they're learning that family isn't where you start, it's what you build along the way. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget that I do upload everything onto the gallery and that my gallery ID is down in the description below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button and turn on that post notification bell. If you have any ideas on what I should do next, feel free to leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!